Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Armoury. Welcome to our second Arsenal versus Everton preview. We did a great one last night with two Everton fans. Brilliant chat. Really enjoyed that. And I've got Tony with me today because Tony wants to do the challenge. This is why he's here. He just wants to do the challenge.
I've not done it. I've always watched it. I've always tried to get involved in the chat, but I thought, you know what? No one else is free, so I thought, you know what? I'll jump in and give it a good old go.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to quickly get into comments. Good morning to Colm. He's calling me Sir Bobby.
He's calling you. I don't know what the Sir's about.
I know. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I was called Sir in my job, so it's just what it is. I know. I purposely choose that one now because it does uplift you, and I am a bit tired, to be fair.
We might not see it if we lose games, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Big up to DJ Damos. If I'm right, is that Brenny's brother?
Yeah.
Brenny told me, and I wasn't 200% sure. But so obviously talk about the Everton game. Got some slides. Tony did not have time to give me his team. He's a very lucky person that I managed to have a WhatsApp group with some Arsenal people this morning, and they gave me some teams. So you're very lucky, Tony, that I had some great people that helped me this morning. Are you excited about Saturday's game now?
Yeah, I'm always excited when Arsenal about to play a game, especially where we are at the moment. You know, it's exciting times to be a Gooner. It's going to be tough. It's very annoying that they sacked Lampard before they played us and bring in Dyche before. But it is what it is. And look, we haven't won there in 6 seasons or something like that now.
Yeah.
So it's another test. It is another test. There it is. See, yeah, there we go.
So the last time we beat them was 2017.
That's a long time ago. That is a long time ago.
And we've only beaten them twice in 10 appearances at Goodison as well, which is the worrying thing.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be well up for it there as well. It's going to be quite a hostile crowd, so it's going to be interesting to see how we respond to that.
It is. Are you expecting Sean Dyche just to park the bus?
Oh yeah, I'm expecting 11 men in defence. If I'm honest, Dyche will know what the run we're on. He knows it's going to be hard to get a result. He has got results against us in the past, of course. But, new team, new players. He doesn't want to lose the first game. It's that simple. And nor the players and nor do the fans. So it is going to be tough. Lunchtime game as well, which is another concern. It'd be interesting. And I said earlier in his conference that the test, and we've been passing our tests. So this is just another one.
Yeah. Big up to Chris, Liverpool fan, but mainly Carlisle. I'll stick with your first team. We've got Carlisle, Chris, because I know they're doing well in League Two at the moment. Be tough a game now. They have new manager Dyche, sets team up well. He does. And to be honest, I know a lot of people go, "Oh, why Dyche?" I think he's a decent manager. I really do. I think he's done a decent job for where he's been. He was all Burnley, no money. He managed to get some actual proper good results out of this. Big up to Luke that always does teams, but because Tony, was it last night you decided to do at 11 o'clock?
You decided that it was last minute because no one was available, was there? So
exactly. So I didn't do the normal spread it around Discords and give me your teams. So I've had a chat with a few people this morning and they've given me the teams. So I do appreciate you, Luke. I apologise I didn't ask for everybody, but it was short notice, and also there was a bit of discussion. It may be moved as well. So, but we've chosen this time, and we're going to do it this time. But he's chosen Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Partey, Odegaard, Xhaka, Saka, Eddie, and Martinelli, which is actually one of the main teams I've got as well. Would you change much?
That's my team. I know we're not too sure what's going on with Partey. I think they're going to assess him today at training. See, because it's only today and we're playing tomorrow lunchtime, I'll be very surprised if he does start, if I'm honest. Maybe you do have to throw Jorginho in there. He's any other option.
Someone has chosen Jorginho, actually, in the line.
It's a worry. It is kind of a worry. And I'm sure Jorginho will be fine. But, yeah, first game, he's not really spent much time with the team.
But nor did Trossard.
No, nor did Trossard. But we'll see. You know, it could be Arteta could be playing it down, and Partey's absolutely fine. So he was pictured at training yesterday as well with Partey. So
Yeah.
Maybe he will start. I'm just going to go with that team anyway. I want Partey to start.
Yeah. Just came stale in the end at Burnley for Dyche. Yeah. Well, with the lack of funds, it's going to become stale. You need like sprucing up now, and then you've got no money, you can't do it. Big up to Munzie, no party, oh dear, yeah, like he cares. Big up to me, not my name, but it's a long story. So I did ask a couple of people, a few people to do a team, and obviously this is what Luke went with as well, and Tony's gone with, as we've said. The party, I think we had a discussion. Was it just before? No, as we were talking about Jorginho signing, I said maybe the party injury is worse than we know about. If it's a bruised rib, they're going to be fearful of it, aren't they? Because it can get worse with movement and it could become worse and worse. So maybe they were just very fearful with El Neni out as well. It does make sense that we got Jorginho, to be honest. Yeah. So big up to Carlos, Jack, Mehmet, and I chose this one as well. Miguel and Tim, I can't even see the change in that. They went with Trossard. Is that the only change they made? Yeah, Trossard for Martinelli. It's not a weakened change, that one, for me.
It's not.
Because
I think in a game like Everton, I'd rather see Trossard come off the bench, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Has Ben White got over getting done by Rashford yet? We can say that to every single right back at the moment against Rashford. Ben White is allowed to have. It wasn't even a bad game. It was just Rashford's just out of this world at the moment, and that's absolutely fine.
He got a yellow card as well, so he had to come off. There was two reasons. So
he wasn't having an awful game. It was just Rashford's just outplayable at the moment. Party is fine, says Yomi. Well, we definitely hope he is. Big up, Luke. Well done, Luke. Good comeback. Has Shaw got over being embarrassed by Saka yet? Right. There was another team selection that someone chose. Nicholas and Joshua. I did kind of question their brain cells this morning when they went for Jorginho, but now obviously the press conference has happened. Maybe I do get why they went for Jorginho, but they also went for Tierney as well. Again, it's not much of a weekend putting Tierney in. But both very good left backs. I don't believe he has a long-term future with us anymore, though. If I'm being perfectly honest, I was talking to Andrew about it last night. That both agree that he's a very good left back, but he just doesn't fit the system. That he needs to be adaptable, and I don't think he is.
He doesn't give you what Zinchenko does. I mean, he's still a great player. There's no disputing that, but Zinchenko gives you that something extra, especially in midfield as well. So that is the only reason why I go with Zinchenko. Plus, Zinchenko is the man on form. But I love Tierney as well, and I don't want to dump on him because we missed him at the tail end of last season, big time. So he is an important player, but he's just not as important as Zinchenko is for the way we're playing at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, Munzie has come back with a comment. We don't say Shaw is the best left back around. Like you say, Ben White is the best right back around.
Are you sure?
So those are the teams. A big up to everyone that had a chat with me this morning and did the teams, and I did them as quick as I possibly could. To be honest, none of those teams are weak. No one went for it.
As well is just in case if Partey's injured, they throw them in there. That's probably what they've done.
Yeah, exactly. So big up to everyone that's done that. So I was having a think this morning about Kivior being at Arsenal. Now, there's a question that I want to ask you, because I know that you might get upset by this question, but I don't want to upset you. Do you think we're going to be looking out for a new right centre back in the summer?
I think they'll look. I don't know. So you know my love for Holding, and
yeah, exactly.
I've explained to you why I think Holding is important to the squad. Not only is he a leader in the changing room, but he's your old school defender, and sometimes when you're in games, situations where you need a player like that, a player that You know, he can get in your face. He just tidies up. You know, like the old sweeper role, if you like. And you need that sometimes. But at the same time, I understand that if Saliba was to come with a long-term injury, as much as I love him, Holding's not the answer because he's not the same as Saliba. And for me, Holding, he's 26 now. He deserves to be played a lot more regularly than he does at Arsenal. He maybe needs to go to a mid-table club possibly, or like a you know, someone a little bit higher than that. Maybe you look at a Newcastle team at the moment, they could do with him, but then he'd only be back up as well. So maybe like an Everton, if they stay up, he could go there. He could probably be a main feature there. But that's the only reason why I keep Holding, because he gives me, like I said before, that Keown vibe. Comes off the bench, shores up the game, and if he's happy to do that, and if he wants to stay, then yeah, great. But yeah, I think we'll look for another right-sided centre back in the summer. I think, you know, like I said, the summer window is about the long term, and I think they'll look into that.
I was just thinking because Kivior, there's a lot of being talked about in the Arsenal grapevine that he is actually very, very good, and I was just wondering. Yeah, well, this is what I was thinking, because I don't think Arteta would want to play Saliba and Kivior together because they wouldn't complement each other.
That's true. It's very true.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm wondering.
Maybe a Holding and Kivior could actually work.
Yeah, could do.
I mean, we might see it in maybe at some point in the Europa League, maybe in the second leg, and we're like 3-0 up or something. You might see them play together, but I don't know. I really don't know. But that could work. It could. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one because, like I said, say if Saliba is injured and Gabriel's fine, we've seen Holding and Gabriel. Yeah, they have worked together well at times, and they don't really complement each other in the way Saliba and Gabriel does. So you need to balance it, didn't you?
Yeah. Just want to get into some comments. Luke, are you hiding? Luke's not a Tottenham fan, so Luke doesn't go hiding. Only Tottenham fans go hiding. Dyche is going for the Gunners. Big up to Colm. Munsey, Robin Holding socks. Tony. White has been the best right back in Premier League so far this season, but when he's off his game, we've got Tommy Asher who pocketed Rashford, no problem. Good point. Big up to the Man United agenda. Sending to Liverpool a perfect mid. Com's on fire today. That's
got to be Rebel. Is that Rebel?
I'm going to guess that's Rebel, yeah because
Rebel.
He's got his Irish humour there. I can just feel that it's a bit of an Irish humour. Big up to Nippon. Hope you're doing well, mate.
I'm glad Nippon's here. Hello, Nippon. Do you remember on the Big Six stream we done several months ago? And I said to you, it's not the 4th of February, it's the 3rd of February. But I said, I wish you luck from the 3rd of February when you play your cup final against Fulham. It's going to be a big game tonight. Do you know what? I think Fulham might have your number.
When's that? Is that a game tonight?
I hate to say I told you so because we're in the table, and I said it's going to be your cup final, and it is the West London Cup. Good luck tonight. I'll be watching, and I'll be watching, and I'll be looking for you. Yes, tonight. It's tonight's game.
Oh, is it? I didn't know there was one, to be honest.
Yes, it's the West London Cup final tonight.
It shows that my meetings are taking over my life. I haven't got a clue who's playing tonight. Oh,
no, don't pick up this. It's all up. It's all.
Oh yeah,
he said he was going to keep the seats. I've got mine.
Right, it is time for. Right. So Tony's got to be ready for this, but I do want to get into a couple of comments because they have come in whilst we're waiting for that video. Mitro going to make Enzo rip off his contract. I don't know if he's able to play yet. I don't think he is.
To be honest,
I don't think he's been registered in time. It's not our cup final. It's just another game for us. Fulham will treat it as a final. I don't think Fulham are treating any game like a final. Just playing really well at the moment.
They're the same fight as you, mate.
Oh, okay. James has just said Partey isn't fine, by the way. Mikel said he doesn't know if he's going to be fit to play. Probably is going to be Jorginho. Okay. Oh, dear. Right. You know the rules. It's Everton's formation. It's Everton's formation, and I let Andrew and Matt last night choose what they think might happen with what Sean Dyche might go for. So it's same as ours. So you've got to choose 5 Everton players first, and then we put the Arsenal players around it. And it's anyone suspended, injured, doesn't matter. It's whoever you want. So Everton players, please, Tony.
Well, I'll start with the goalkeeper, Pickford.
Okay.
I think if they didn't have a Pickford, they'd be. I mean, I know they're in a terrible situation already, but it could be even worse. Because I do rate Pickford. I do rate him. He's a good goalkeeper.
He is very good. Next, please.
Do you know what I'm gonna go with Iwobi.
Okay, where you want to put him?
He could play anywhere, can't he?
Exactly. No, that's why I just said where should we put him, because he can play pretty much anywhere now.
I'm going to put him where he featured most for us. So I'll put him left wing.
Left wing, okay.
Unfortunately, he picked up that horrible injury. Hope he hope he recovers from that. But
yeah,
he's the one for me. And I've watched Everton at times this season when he has played. He's the guy that's bringing the ball forward the most. And he is going to be a big miss for them. For their survival.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Your third.
I'll go Onana.
Right, where do you want to put him? As defensive midfielder or a midfielder?
Well, because we were looking at him as an option as a backup of Partey, I'll have to put him CDM.
Yeah, okay.
I do like him. He's a strong player.
Yeah.
He's going to play an important role in their bid for survival.
I would say you're doing better than the Everton fans did last night. So
I'm trying to think of their fullbacks.
You got Patterson on the right.
That's his name, Patterson.
And then Mikolenko on the left.
I do like Patterson.
I do as well.
He looks a very good, promising player. One more?
One more.
Okay. I'm a bit stuck now, if I'm honest.
No, it's all right. They struggled last night, and they're Everton fans, so don't take too much to heart.
I'm just trying to think who they've got in midfield.
Decore. I actually can't think either, to be honest.
I thought I'd have a little bit of help. I've picked 4. I thought I wasn't going to be on my own today, but I'll go,
because they said Calvert-Lewin, obviously on form, but I haven't seen that for a while.
I'm not having Calvert-Lewin in there. If you asked me, no, James, I knew you'd say that. If you asked me a year ago, I probably would have done, but now, no.
Yeah. I'm done with him as well, to be honest.
I might have to go for one of their centre backs.
Well, you got Tarkowski and Godfrey, Cody.
You know what I'll do? I'm not going to put Cody in there. I will put Tarkowski in there just because he's worked on the Dyche, and that's going to help massively for him.
All right.
So that's what I think. We're going to see a better Tarkowski. I mean, he's already a good defender.
Yeah.
But I think now they've got Dyche there, and that relationship, it's going to help them massively. So you're going to see a better Tarkowski. So yeah, it's what I think.
So. Yeah. Okay. So left back for Arsenal now.
We'll go for Zinchenko.
Yep.
There was always going to be Ukraine on that left side, wouldn't there?
Yeah. The last centre back.
I'm going to put Saliba in there.
Yep. Okay, your 2 midfielders.
Xhaka, Odegaard. Much surprise some people would even party out, but I'm putting Xhaka, Odegaard in there just because of the positions. It's just that simple.
Yeah, exactly. Right midfielder.
Saka.
And your striker.
I would put Jesus on there, but I'm looking at Iwobi and Saka. I'm going to put Nketiah in there,
Yep. Okay. So this is Tony's lineup. Pickford in goal, Patterson, Tarkowski, Saliba, Zinchenko, Onana, Odegaard, Xhaka, Iwobi, Nketiah, and Saka. It's not a bad lineup. I know the Everton.
You'd probably put Jesus in there, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, just because of his workload.
Mm.
I do love Eddie. I know he's better finisher. For me, he's a better finisher than Jesus. But Jesus' workload and for what he does for the team is way more than what Eddie does. But that's not Eddie's fault. Eddie's a striker. Jesus is more than a striker. So
I'm getting goals. I want goals. I love what Jesus does, but Eddie has a better scoring record for me, and with Saka and Iwobi other side of him.
Yeah. So it's not much different to what the guys did last night. They had Martinelli, they had Calvert-Lewin in up front. Onana was in their team, but they had Partey instead of Xhaka, and it was Cody instead of Tarkowski. But they went for the right back, the goalkeeper as well. So it's not bad lineups again. It's still not a bad team. Really,
yeah, I might get Europa League.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's not bad because in Everton in 19th, we're in first, and that's the team that could possibly get Europa League. It's not that bad, to be honest. What have I missed? Sorry, I'm on another screen when I'm on that, so I do really miss loads and loads. Colm, I want to play along with this game, so striker. Right, okay. Colm does like it. Sticker Roby left back in the chat. Right, okay. Rebel. All right, what's the crack? Is this a challenge I see before me? It is Rebel, yes. The game at Goodison Park. It's at Goodison Park, mate. DCL. I'm guessing that's what James is going for. Reality is it would be 0 Everton fans. Very true. There will be a demonstration as far as I'm aware. Yeah, because Andrew was talking about it. He's actually spoke to the organizer of the demonstration on their channel, and yeah, it's been really good, interesting chat. I've spoken to him last night about it. It was very interesting. Go DCL Tony.
A year ago, yeah. Now.
Gabby is a complete forward. Yeah, he's got so much more to his game. I wasn't expecting to. I was excited to see him come from City.
Yeah.
But when I saw him play in Arsenal, I was like, this is not the player I've seen at City. Way more about him. Because at City, it was just a striker. And I was like, yeah. But his workload, what he does for us is just immense. And that's what we are missing a little bit. But obviously, Eddie's getting the goals. So it's one of those. Tony, it's prediction time. Guys in the comments, it's prediction time. Colm, be nice. Colm was never nice on predictions. Tony, what are you going for, mate?
I'm very conflicted, I must admit, because, and this is why I didn't give you yesterday when I was in the chat, because I was thinking of how this game might go. Now, if we get an early goal, I think we'll hammer them. I think we'll go 3 or 4.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
James has gone for 4.
But if we find it tough to break them down,
yeah,
and I think they're going to stick 11 men, behind the ball. I think a 1-0.
Okay.
But I'm going to be hopeful that we find a breakthrough early, and I'm going to go 3. I'm not going to disrespect Everton that much by going 4. I'll go 3-0.
Yeah, no worries. I'll put the 1-0 down as well, because I always like everyone's different thoughts, and I do get it, because I've gone for a 0-0, as I said. It's not to be
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at a 0-0.
Yeah, and James is very confident that and that can happen. That could happen. The Everton players could be down, but Sean Dyche is one of those guys that he inspired Burnley. And it was no offense to Burnley, but it's Burnley. And I'm not being offensive because I've actually got their shirt, because they're one of the teams I actually do follow. Colm's got 5. I hope so, because I am doing the watch along.
You know why you're doing that, didn't you? Because if it's only 1-0, we'll be to draw or lose them. Just so you can give us a little load of crap, really. That's all it's for. I know your game, Tom. I know the personality.
Yeah, so Colm's going for 5-1. But I can just see, and I would totally understand the parking of the boss as well. They need a point. They need something. They need anything right now. They're not going to go for the win. They will. Big up to Ollie. Hope you're doing well, mate. Ollie's not predicting. You're allowed to predict. You're just not allowed to join me on watch-alongs. That's the only thing you're not allowed to Sean Dyche is the modern day Sam Allardyce. I don't know, because a lot of managers do that. He's a curse. You're not a curse, Ollie.
Not yet, because Dyche hasn't gone from club to club to club to club yet, so he's not quite the modern day Sam Allardyce just yet.
But look what Eddie Howe did against us. He literally just put everyone. It's a system. It's a system that exists, and it's fine because they're playing a dominant team. We are a dominant team. They're going to be parking the bus. It's, if it works for them, that's fine. They do need the point. I think they've got Liverpool after us, so
yeah.
That's good as well. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. So if they can get a point against us, a point against Liverpool, they'll be happy with 2 points from those 2 games. Let's be honest. I obviously don't want it to be a boring 0-0 draw, but it's these Saturday afternoon games, isn't it? Was it last weekend? Was it?
Yeah.
God, wanted to put 9-0. I don't see that.
Still there, then probably, but no, not now.
Everton are, on paper, they're a good team. If you actually wrote down their players, you go, "Oh, that's a decent mid-table team." That is. They just need someone just to wake them up, and Sean Dyche is definitely of that personality that can wake you up. Probably scare you a little bit.
Yeah.
He's a tough guy. He is a redhead. I know about redheads. We've got a temper. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, so are you looking forward to it though?
Yeah, like I said, I look forward to every game now. And I'm going to be wary just because of the new manager. That's it. And Dyche has had our number before in the past. And like you said, he's going to scare the living daylights out of the Everton team. But I'm like this with most games, to be honest. Like, I'll be excited, I'll be buzzing, I'll be confident. At the same time, I'm going to be wary. It's one of those, and especially now, just why could they just keep Lampard just for this game?
I feel so sorry for Lampard. It really wasn't his fault. So much bad stuff at that club.
Well, the thing about Lampard is, look what he done with Chelsea, and when they had that transfer embargo, and he actually done well for me. And the team was quite young as well, and still got him into the Champions League. So I don't think he's as bad as people make out to be.
No.
I don't think he had the connection with the club and fans, and ultimately that filtered onto the pitch for me. So, we'll see what happens with Lampard next, wherever he goes to.
Before we talk about the next bit of news, big up to Mr. Guna Maestro. Trossard and Jorginho will unlock the Dyche box. You know what? He's actually got quite a good point. Those two could quite easily unlock a parking bus, to be honest. Those two now.
Trossard, when he came against Man United, where he skipped past his 5 or 6 defenders.
Yeah.
Trossard's got it in him, and Jorginho, with one pass, he could do something. So, yeah, I see that.
James is very passionate at this time of the day. Time for us to go 8 points.
But I love it, and I think people like James have every right to feel the way they do. To be honest, they got every right to.
Yeah, look, if Arsenal want to get a bag full, that's fine by me because I have Saka. He's on about FBL. I shouldn't have read that message. No, I can't stand talking about FBL. But obviously, we had breaking news this morning. Some of us have known this for a while, but he has signed the new deal. 4.5 years. Saka won't be far behind, and then we just got to try and Saliba. But that, if we win, well, I'm not going to say it actually because I'll get clipped. So I'm not going to say it because I know you don't trust you. You are the king of clippers. I'm not saying it. But if we have a successful season, there should be no reason for him not to sign the new deal. I know that we are very far apart in what he expects and what we are willing to pay, but I'm sure we can sort that out. We've got some very good negotiators. But Saka won't be far behind now. But I'm happy about Martinelli. What about you?
Yeah, I'm buzzing, and I like the little package they put together, that video when they released it, Arsenal. I thought that was a nice touch. He clearly loves the club. He's said it before. He said it in interviews before. We saw him after the Tottenham game. He was throwing that scarf up in the on the stadium camera thing, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll even quote what he said. He said, "I love everything about Arsenal. I love the city. I love my teammates. I love the fans. I love the club. And I'm going to try my best for this football club, and you can see it on the pitch. He does. He works really hard. There was times before where fans were crying for him to come on, but we didn't really play him that much. But he was patient and he was willing to fight, and now look where he is now. So, and look, he's still really, really young, and he's going to get better. And the fact that we're tying him down to 2027 with the option to go on until 2028, we've got him for a long time, and that increases his value as well. So,
yeah,
overall, really happy. Just want to get the other two over the line now.
Yeah, Saka won't be far behind. It's just the Silva one that worries me a tiny bit, but no, I'm sure we'll get there. Big up to Mr. Gunnar Maestro. Do you think City will crumble at Spurs, especially with Cancelo's shock exit? Well, the thing is, I'm doing the watch along for that, and I'm also doing it on our sister channel. So I kind of hope a little bit, just a little bit. I don't know. It's.
I'm not going to say it though. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, nor am I. Because it does happen, doesn't it?
I've had people come up to me like yesterday I was at work, and I went, "Bet you're cheering on Spurs of the weekend." So no, I'm not. No. Why am I cheering on Spurs? Because they're playing City. I can't cheer Spurs on. I can't do it. I mean, look, if they beat them, nice, thanks. They've done us a favour, but that's as far as it goes. I don't want to see Spurs winning. I want to see them I want to see them fall down the table as far as they can. As long as we keep doing what we're doing, we're 5 points clear of the game hand. As long as we keep doing what we're doing, we're fine.
Yeah, exactly. We just need to keep winning. It's for us to lose at the moment. So Arsenal going to win. No, I'm not saying that. Oh, yeah, that I'll be going to Coral. Other companies are available to claim my winnings. I think they've already paying out for some, haven't they? I think is what I've read. They're already paying out for some.
I reckon no one's paying out, but I think from experiences for where I work, I think if we beat City, so if we keep this run going, so we beat Everton, is it Brentford after?
Yes, then City.
We beat them two, and then if we beat Man City, I'm telling you now, right, I work for Betfred, by the way, they will pay out on Arsenal.
Really?
They will. If we beat City,
and we win
games for that, they will.
Yeah.
But that's never a good thing, because they did that in 1998. They paid out on Man United. What happened then?
Yeah. Before we wrap it up, Nipper's just put one in the City game. I know he's going with that name, but I still don't know what it's actually called.
I call it the Armitage Shank Stadium.
I don't know what it's called. I haven't got a clue.
It's a toilet bowl, isn't it?
Toilet bowl. As written, I think it has, because it is kind of their bogey team, isn't it? Cities that they seem to struggle against. I know they beat them 4-2 recently,
but they've got results at the Etihad before, and look what happened in the last game. They went 2-0 up.
Absolutely.
And what's funny about that is obviously Spurs fans crying, "Why aren't we scoring in the first half?" But they scored 2 there and still lost.
Yeah, exactly. But guys, that is a wrap. Nice, quick today. Thank you very much, Tony, for coming on. Let everyone know where you are, because I know you're busy everywhere.
I'm saying I'm busy. I have a bit of time. But yeah, if I'm not here, you'll see me on socials. I have to update the Punchable Faces tournament poll. The next round is coming later on tonight. Don't worry about that. So it's the Silver Fox 1985. That has to handle. In fact, actually, you'll catch me on One Touch TV in about 25 minutes' time. So go skip over there with the Niger Englishman. We're going to be probably doing what we've just done here. So yeah, I'll be there. And yeah, as for the reaction tomorrow, I can't tell you when that's going to be, who's going to be doing it, because it's a Saturday. And we're all busy working fathers. So so just keep an eye out on the socials, and we'll let you know when something's coming out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you want an instant reaction, Bobby did say he's doing a watch along. So
yeah, I'll be doing a watch along on here on the Armoury and also Full Time Sports Network tomorrow, and then I'll be back on Sunday to do the Tottenham Man City game at 4:30, and then I'll be back at some point next week. We're always doing stuff, aren't we, Tony? So we'll be back at some point next week anyway. But as Tony said, turn on your notification bells, and you'll always be notified anyway. That's it for us. Done. Brilliant stuff. Have a great morning. Have the great rest of the day, and as always, come on, you Gunners.